What up, YouTube? Denny in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video. My name is Denny. I'm an American. I live in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm a teacher. Teaching English to little kids. That's why I'm on a motorbike. Here in Ho Chi Minh City, the best way to get through town is a motorbike. It's cheap, really, really cheap, and a little tricky and dangerous at times, but it's efficient. I enjoy teaching here. I love my job teaching here. Right now I'm on my way to teach preschool, which I don't enjoy as much. I do love the little kids. They're really beautiful, sweet little boogers. Ornery and rowdy, you know, they're little kids. When you get into a room with 20, 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds, it can get a little noisy and a little chaotic and all that. Somewhere, somehow, by the grace of God, I have developed patience. I don't know where it came from. I don't have patience in all areas of my life, but I do when I'm with my students. I love my students. And it's a pretty good time. I'm just having conversation with them, teaching them simple words at the preschool. At night, I work at a language center where the students are older and I get to have more fun. Sometimes I even get 14, 15, 16-year-olds, which is a lot of fun. We can play games like Stop the Bus, and we can talk about things. They can have a conversation. A lot of times they surprise me with things that they know, which I didn't think that they knew. Somebody asked me a question, and I'll address that. Somebody asked me why I don't work full-time. I'm just working 2 part-time jobs. And the reason for that is they pay a pretty high rate here, about $20 an hour. But all of the full-time positions that I've been offered here in Ho Chi Minh City and in Vietnam, all the full-time positions, they will not pay you $20 an hour for 40 hours. They're not willing to do that. They have some sort of a scheme where you come in and work for 4 hours and you get paid for 4 hours basically, and you got to do paperwork for 4 hours in the middle of the day. So if you add it up, you know, you're working 40 hours a week, but you're only getting paid for 20 at the rate of $20 an hour or whatever, and so you can make just as much money working part-time and go home and take a nap for 4 hours. It doesn't make sense, and those kind of schools, I don't necessarily trust them. I went to an interview, and this dude, he was a real, you know, slickster. He could, a Vietnamese guy, but he could speak English perfectly as though he grew up in the U.S. or something. And he was trying to sell me this contract. If I'd have signed this contract, dudes, he would have. They pay by the month, so I'd have been making about $1,200 a month to work 160 hours a month, and or more, because there was like mandatory extracurricular activities and all of this. If you get them, if you let them owe you that kind of money, you know, you may get cheated out of it if you don't please them. And their contract was crazy and stuff. They're gonna dock you twice your hourly rate of pay if you're late. If you're late or absent without excuse, they're gonna dock you twice your hourly rate of pay. Well, that's they're gonna take. They were offering you. They said they claimed $22 an hour, right? But when you do the math, no, you're making $1,200 a month. For 40 hours a week, that's not $22 an hour, but they're going to dock you $44 an hour if you're late. So, you know, I'm sure they do have legitimate full-time jobs here. If you have better credentials than I have or something, or maybe you have better luck, or you know other people. Maybe you look harder than I do, or than I did. I basically just went to the language centers mostly, but I meet lots of people, and lots of people offer me jobs. People will offer you jobs on the street here. Might be at the coffee shop having coffee, and somebody will come up and introduce themselves and offer you an interview. I really only have 2 associate's degrees. I don't really have the credentials to go teach in college, so if you do, your results may vary. But as far as I found, a couple of part-time jobs is a better route here. You just have to make it fit together, and then you can make a couple grand a month here. Okay, you can make or more, depending on how hard you work and how lucky you are. And it doesn't cost anywhere near that to live here, so you can save money, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm saving. You know, I'm paying debts. I want to come back home, hopefully by I don't know, springtime, I guess. And I'm trying to prepare for that. I know I need a big, giant sum of money to come back to the USA. I just read today in the news consumer prices are getting higher, thanks maybe to the Federal Reserve for raising interest rates. I know they're trying to clobber Trump's economy so that you know, they can put Hillary in 2020. That is the plan, by the way. I guess I won't get off on a tangent. I'll do that later today. She's running. You just mark my words, she's running. Anyways, yeah, I love being a teacher here. I love Vietnam. Vietnam's very nice. People are very nice. They're very kind. There's some things to get used to when you live in Asia, but you can get used to them. Traffic is the bad thing. That's the one thing that makes me hesitate to bring my boy here. I'd like to bring my boy here. It would be great for him to come over here and teach, and when he's a little older, make some money and meet a girl. The women here are wonderful. I love them. I'm very much in love with. I love all Vietnamese women. I think they're freaking awesome. They're sweet and kind and lovely, very beautiful, super hot, very desirable, very attractive. Most of the time, anyways. I've met a couple crazy girls since I've been here too. Even they were very sweet, you know, most of the time. I'd like to bring my boy here. I will return to Vietnam someday, I'm sure. I may marry my girlfriend. I'm not exactly sure, but it may happen. I do love her. I'm not perfect, you know. I have issues, but she's a sweet girl. So I'm sure I'll be back to Vietnam if I survive the traffic here for the next 3 months. Anyways, I guess I better end this video. It's probably getting kind of long. I've already had a couple cups of coffee this morning. I feel like I can go for another. I woke up early. I'm not sleeping well. I haven't been sleeping well for a while. That's a thing. I've dealt with that for many years, but recently it's been worse. I'll take a nap this afternoon. I think I have time. Anyways, my name's Denny. I'm in Saigon. Thanks for watching my video, and have a nice day.